Pleased to be joined by Roman Josi, defenseman, captain, Nashville Predators. Will be one of the focuses of the new behind-the-scenes docu-series, which we'll get into in a couple of moments, going back home to play an NHL game and then playing a regular season game in Prague. We're going to get to all of that. But Elliotte and I were in Paris for the European version of this Players Tour, and we talked to Nino Niederreiter. And I see a smile come over your face. You probably know where I'm going with this one. He talked a lot about your recruiting of Nino Niederreiter to get your fellow countrymen in the Nashville fold. How did those talks go?
It was like up and down, honestly. I remember Preds telling me, like David told me that they were interested in Nino like early in the summer. And then as the summer went along, I kind of asked Nino, hey, what's your plan? And obviously early in the summer he didn't know. I was like, are you going to resign in Carolina? Or like, but he didn't know much, obviously. But then, yeah, as the summer went on, I kind of, the Preds were really interested. So I told Nino, obviously I was selling Nashville. I was like, hey, you got to come here. Yeah. Like, this is a great place. Like, we have a great team.
Yeah, what's the pitch? Give us the pitch. How do you sell Nashville?
Well, I don't think you have to sell Nashville as a city. Like, everybody loves Nashville. Everybody loves coming to Nashville. But I just told him, like, we have an amazing group of guys. He knew some guys. He played with Johansson before. He played with Granlund in Minnesota. He's really good friends with Granlund. And I think that made it a little easier for him. And obviously, me and him go way back. Mm-hmm. I've known him since I'm like 14 years old. And we're really good friends. So yeah, I just kept pushing him. I'm like, hey, if you can make it work somehow, like, you got to come here. And not just as a friend, but as a player, I think he's a great addition for us, and he's an amazing player. So, yeah, I'm glad it worked out.
He's a big talker. He's a good talker. That Niederreiter. He really likes to talk. I enjoyed chatting with him. Yeah. Now, here's the thing I wanted to know. Did you know that Roger Federer was going to retire?
I didn't know that. I mean, you could see it coming at some point, but yeah, I didn't know he was going to retire.
Now, you guys have, I've been told the relationship, it's not like you're close friends or anything like that, but you're friendly.
We're very close. No, I wish.
Apparently not. He didn't take you off.
No, yeah, I've met him a couple times, and yeah, I mean, I'm like everybody in Switzerland. I'm such a huge fan of his, like, and he's had a big impact on me. Like, he's very inspiring. Like, obviously, his tennis, I think he's the best of all time. But like, I just remember the first time meeting him. I was like 18 years old. I was so nervous to meet him. And he comes in the room, and there's like Roger Federer, this like superstar, and he's just the most humble, like, kind person. And every time I've met him from then on, he couldn't have been any nicer. And it wasn't just like to anybody. Like, you see him walking around with other people. He's so respectful to people. He takes his time to talk to people. He's just really humble and kind. And it was really inspiring. Like, I watched him. I'm like, this guy is like on top of the world, but it's just the most humble guy, and that was so inspiring for me.
I remember I had a sit-down interview with him once when I used to do a little bit of tennis, and the one thing that someone told me is he will treat you in those 5-10 minutes like you're the most important there.
Yeah.
But which was true. Like, it was really interesting to me. But like, he was not afraid to challenge you, but in a polite way.
Yeah.
Like, if he disagreed with the question, he was going to debate it with you, but not in a way that you would find insulting or rude.
Yeah.
Like, he's a really interesting guy.
Yeah, he's got a way to like talk to people. And you're right, like, he makes you feel like you're the important one, and not like, it's like he's asking you questions. And like, I just remember one time after Wimbledon, he just played a game, and we saw him after the game, and we were talking to him. He's asking questions, and I looked at my watch. I'm like, we're talking to him for like 40 minutes. I'm like, I almost want to be like, hey, like, you can like go, like eat dinner or whatever, like get a massage, like whatever you need to do. Like, you have a game in 2 days. But he was just so like you said, he was just talking. He was like, it seems like he was enjoying it, and just like, yeah, it was awesome.
So you said he watched you play before, right? Like, he came to a game of yours?
Yeah, he came to a game my last year there when we played in the playoffs in the finals.
Okay. And, just what was it like? Like, did you know he was coming to watch you? Like, did you feel pressure? Like,
I was a little nervous.
Yeah. So, like, how'd you play? Like,
pretty good. We won 6-2. It was a good game, but yeah, everybody on our team was a little nervous of like, yeah, Federer in the building watching us play. It was pretty cool.
So, are you now the most famous active? So never mind. Are you the best active Swiss athlete now?
No, we got some we got some really good soccer players, skiers, a lot of good skiers. So yeah, no, to answer your question.
Looking forward to going back
Yeah,
to play.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
And then into Czech.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to going to Bern. Played my whole life there. Started playing there when I was 4. Played 3 years of pro. Yeah, so many cool memories. My whole family's there. All my best friends growing up. So it's gonna be special.
Growing up, mentioning Federer too, there's always the debate about, do you focus on one sport, and become fanatical about it? Like, it's always sort of couched in, like, you can raise athletes 2 ways, either Tiger Woods style, where it's just 24/7 golf, or Roger Federer, where it's more multi-sport. Ultimately, there's no right or wrong answer. It all depends on the athlete. But were you closer to Tiger in just focusing on one sport, or closer to Roger and being multi-sport?
Yeah, definitely Federer. I played soccer till I was 10. We played a lot of different sports growing up. I played some tennis, but I really played in serious. Played soccer and hockey, and then once I was 10, I kind of had to make a decision because I was missing a lot of practices or games. So once I was 10, I really focused on hockey. But when I was younger, I played a bunch of different sports.
Now, I've heard there's been a real growth of tennis players among NHLers. It's become very competitive. We were here yesterday with Quinn and Jack Hughes, and they were talking about how they play with Trevor Zegras, and they said Zegras was really good, and then they ripped him as a country club kid from northeastern U.S., so he should be good. But you've been a good player. I remember Yannick Weber was always a good player, and he played a lot. So who's the good group of NHL tennis players right now?
Well, Austin Matthews is really into tennis right now. We actually played yesterday. We played Jot, Austin, and Morensky. We went and played a little bit. But yeah, it seems like everybody's playing tennis now. And I think it's just such a good workout too. If you have a good partner, it's a really good workout for off-ice workout. But I used to play a lot a couple summers ago. I think in Switzerland, once Federer got big, everybody started playing tennis, and so did I. And I haven't played that much recently, but I still love it.
Who's the best? Who's the best NHL tennis player?
I don't know.
You?
I'm decent at tennis. I don't know if I'm the best, but a couple of years ago I played a lot, but I don't know. I heard Barkov is really good.
Yes.
I've never played against him, but I heard he's really good. Granlund told me that.
Yeah, he actually played. Yes, I believe he is very good. Yes. And I think I once asked him, is there anybody who's beaten you? And he's like, no.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It's always interesting talking to other guys because it's such a perception thing, right? If you're good at tennis or not. So you're always you always talk to guys, and guys don't really want to say if they're good or not because they don't know how good you are. And I guess you just have to play to find out. But
so who thinks they're good, but they're really not good?
Who I played against Kevin Fiala once, and I think his sister played tennis.
Okay.
And he told me he was really good, because he grew up playing tennis, and he wasn't very good.
So you dusted him, is what you're saying. You dusted him.
I did.
There's the headline coming out of this podcast.
Kevin
Josi dust Fiala.
Said he was good. He's no good. Predators. First thing is, I'm going to bet that you thought there was never a chance that Filip Forsberg was leaving.
I got a little nervous, not gonna lie.
Eh?
Yeah. We were always we all knew he wanted to stay, and obviously Predators wanted him to stay. We all wanted him to stay, but it definitely it was a little late in the summer. I thought it would happen earlier, but so we all got a little nervous, but I'm glad it got done.
When was so did he call you and say, hey, it's going to work out, or how did that conversation go?
No, but I remember just talking to him kind of before. I think the negotiations kept going on, and I just kind of talked to him a little bit, and just told him how much we want him to come back, obviously as a team, and just from our perspective, and but also I know how it goes. Negotiations sometimes are a little more complicated, so you don't want to put any pressure on a guy. Everybody goes through it. So, but yeah, once it got done, David called me right away, and obviously it was really, really good news.
A boost on the blue line as well. Ryan McDonough comes in. Did you have any idea beforehand, or was that as much of a surprise to you as it was to everybody else?
Yeah, same thing. David just called me after he got done, and that was definitely a big surprise. I didn't expect that, and I feel like he didn't hear any rumors about it either. And normally you hear some rumors, but I feel like that got done pretty quick. And yeah, I mean, obviously that's a great signing for us. I mean, he's won 2 Cups, speaks for itself, and just an amazing player. And got to spend some time with him the last couple of weeks. Seems like an awesome guy and great leader. And yeah, we're very happy to have him, obviously.
It just, last year you guys, I think you surprised some people. And then, unfortunately, right before the playoffs, Saros gets hurt. And it must have just been a really unsatisfying thing, considering, the way you guys were going. And then that just kind of, derailed your chances before they really even began.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Saros was such a huge part of our whole season. I mean, he had an amazing year. And yeah, I thought we had a really good regular season, played pretty well. We were kind of in playoff mode, like 10 games before playoffs even started, because we were kind of right on that bubble. And yeah, obviously him getting hurt, he's our best player. That definitely hurt a little bit, but at the same time, Colorado was they were so good. They were such a good team, and I think getting swept by them kind of makes you look in the mirror a little bit, and you see how much it takes to get to that level. And I think it was yeah, a lot of reflecting for us this summer, but I think Colorado's definitely the measurement stick now and the team to beat.
Let me pick up on Saros there, because you look at the Rangers, for example, and that's a team that went from Henrik Lundqvist to Igor Shesterkin. Nice. And then I think about your team, and I say, well, hang on a second here. Look what Nashville just did. They went from Pekka Rinne to UC Saros.
Yeah.
Like 2 elite level netminders, but 2 different netminders. As a defenseman, you have a very specific relationship with your goaltender. How are they different from your point of view? Like as a defenseman, how's it different playing with Pekka versus UC?
I think their style is a lot different. Pek's obviously really tall, and Pek's is more kind of, he was like one of those goalies who would make these amazing saves, right? Like backdoor, amazing save, and Saros is more, I feel like he's more a little bit like maybe Carey Price, where he's always in the right position, and it seems like he's not even moving fast, but he's always already
he sets
there.
up quick,
yeah,
right?
He's so quick, and he reads the game well. He's always in the right position. There's a 2-on-1, and it seems like he's already where the shot is. And yeah, they're both, I mean, amazing goalies in their own rights and different styles. But we always knew Saros was like that good, because he was our second goalie. We played against him in practice, and we shot on him in practice, and we were always like, this guy's going to be so good one day. And yeah, then he finally got the chance to be number 1, and yeah, showed everyone how good he is.
And Askarov's on the horizon now too. So talking about an embarrassment of riches in net. Quick thought on the behind the scenes docu-series that's coming out. I think the cameras are following your general manager around and coach as well right now.
You want them following you
When do you
around
get the treatment? When do you have the cameras following you everywhere?
I don't know. Probably in Bern a lot, I'm assuming. But I think they start in training camp, and then I'm assuming they want to do some stuff in Bern, obviously, going back home with my family and stuff, and then Prague too, obviously.
What are we going to learn about you?
I don't know. We'll see. I guess you're going to meet my family, most of my family and my friends. Maybe I'll show some stuff in my hometown and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's going to be awesome for you.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I can't wait.
That's going to be fun. Thanks so much for doing this. Good luck
Thank
this
you.
season.
Appreciate it.